Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Lads Discuss Death Battle. It was dead, it's back immediately, and with always, it's me, Bill, and with me as well is one of my co-hosts who's recently become one of the most popular people in the Death Battle community, your only mate.
Who are you people and how did you get in my house?
And joined with us as well as our other co-host slash editor, and who's also got the adorable nickname, Shawnee Boo.
You said it wrong for one, and two, mate, you invited me in so I could rank all those matches from that meme.
Wait, sorry?
Did I cut out?
No, I heard you. I'm just like, what did I invite you into?
My God.
To rank all those matchups from that meme.
Okay, guys, you are aware
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You did that of your own accord.
Okay, guys, you are aware that we're doing this wrong. We're meant to get the intro good of you guys, but the outro's terrible.
It's opposite day.
Apparently. So, yes, we're here to talk about Death Battle. Well, I say we, but let's be real here. Your only mate is stealing this episode.
At least this one, because...
In fact,
oh my God, I honestly cannot really describe how happy this episode made me.
So, while mate takes over as the star host, I have my DS at the ready just in case I need to play a bit of Metopia. Always be prepared. So, we're going to talk about Blake versus Mikasa, and hopefully the next time, which I'm personally excited for. I'm not sure about you guys.
Oh no, I am. It didn't convey right in my reaction. I am excited for that. It's just... yeah, like, I'll get into it.
So if you've not seen the episode yet, which by now you should definitely do it, because I do kind of consider this to be probably the best battle we've had this season.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly. So I feel like, Sean, do you have a lot to say about this episode?
I got a few things, but if you want to go first, go ahead.
I might go. I was thinking like we go for someone who'd probably be the shortest, then the medium, which is me, and then, you know, just let your only mate come in with his tank of things he wants to say. Basically, you're bringing the 6-shooter, I'm bringing the RPG, and your only mate's bringing the tactical predator.
What, like the nuke or the alien?
Oh, the fat boy from Fallout.
Yeah, the Fallout thing. Alright, let's just get to the episode already. Okay, so Blake versus Mikasa. Sean, what
did you... I'm sorry, I'm so damn happy.
Sean, do you want to go first before your only mate has another orgasm? In fact, do a new counter for this episode. Let's have a your only mate orgasm counter.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay. If you put that counter up there, we'll bring the dumb counter back.
Fair.
It's easy to persuade him with that.
I could add to this, but I'm not going to. Just move on.
Okay.
Sure.
Blake versus Mikasa. I'll try to keep this brief. I got a few things I do want to talk about. The episode, overall, entertaining analysis. And I loved how Boomstick tried to be serious towards the end of Mikasa's and just went back to fart jokes. Yippee! Fart jokes are hit or miss nowadays.
I mean, unless you watch Unusual Suspect.
Which you definitely should.
Fair enough. Analysis was good. The fight, there's a lot of good things going for this one. Francesca Kahlo, I think is how you pronounce her last name. She was the voice of Mikasa, and she did a phenomenal job.
Oh, dude, she was freaking fantastic. Like, okay, yeah, I'm jumping in on this. Just like that little bit you hear in the preview during Death Battle Cast, I first thought, okay, you know what? Interesting voice for Mikasa. But the second she does that internal monologue, I'm just like, oh my God, she sounds so much like Trina.
Let's add to
like the official VA.
Thank you. But yeah, she did a phenomenal job. I mean, we were all speculating it was going to be like Kaden from Team 4-Star, but we get someone people I assume aren't familiar with, and the actors weren't even announced via Twitter. So this was quite a surprise to a lot of people, I feel like.
Although we knew who one of them was always going to be, so...
Yeah, I had suspicion.
I'll get to that. Another good thing about this episode. The choreography and the flying sword fights. Always dope. That's what I really wanted for this episode. And I got good choreography. And then the soundtrack, Thunder Shroud, was amazing. I mean, considering the vocalist was... Well, they sounded a lot like Casey. I feel like that just shows how great they did with the soundtrack.
Oh,
and this
definitely.
was Brandon, yeah?
Yep, it was Brandon.
Ah.
Dude,
It
he
was
went from
definitely different than
Titanic Shadows to this.
Yeah. And my God, was the soundtrack really great. As well as the environment, too. Like, it was super dope.
Yeah. You know, when I first saw that, like, one frame, I thought it was Menagerie. But, no, it's like some random, like, Attack on Titan set town. Well, kind of, but... There's that, like, altar near the end that's, like... Don't know what that's from, but oh well.
I'm gonna actually be honest, I really thought that entire area was just ripped from Skyrim. Like, I don't know why.
You thought they were fighting in what? Like Falkreath or something?
No, I thought they were fighting in Solitude. It really looked like
Oh,
wait, Billy, you saying you missed the part where Blake went Frostroda?
I know, mate. Like, how could I have missed that? And then that bit when Alduin showed up and shouted and caused a meteor strike.
Yeah, all I know is Frostroda.
Oh man, you need to play Skyrim, man. It's so good.
I know, I'm too lazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Speaking of though, like the reference to the Yang scene from RWBY, by the way, great job. Although I don't get why Blake's blood is purple.
In fact, why was
okay? No, I can add to that. So, if you guys remember when Yang got her arm cut off, when you see like what's meant to be like blood and all that, it's gold.
I always thought they were like sparks.
No, like when you look at her severed arm, like the what remains of her arm, like there's just gold where like the cut is. Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing. It's essentially just meant to be her aura covering that up, I think, and it's the same with Blake.
Logic much?
Yeah, that was just a little weird. Then again, Danganronpa makes blood pink.
Yeah, there you go. Also, okay, I was about to say we've never seen Blake's blood, but no, we have, and it's red. So,
I mean, you guys have. I
Yep.
don't remember.
So, I do have a few things I do want to say that are kind of negative, but I feel like are probably going to be addressed in the Q&A. Specifically, Blake's voice actor definitely felt like sound bites.
okay, I can get that, but here's the thing.
I mean, it probably was Aaron, and I do expect the cast to actually talk about that a bit more. It's just like one of those minor gripes I have as someone who's done theater before.
I was hoping it would be brought up in the commentary, but unfortunately it wasn't, but I'll get to something great about that. So Aaron is listed in the credits as the voice actor for Blake in this episode, and a lot of people say, oh, well, she didn't really talk much, and she just repeats a couple lines from the show, so was it really her behind a mic? And she does have some moments where the certain lines do sound similar in terms of delivery, like her Yang scream in volumes 6 and 8. Like, I've heard people say sound kind of similar when they listen back to them. Plus, she could just be channeling like the same energy she had just like when she read those lines in the show. And
All possibilities.
As for the whole Blake not talking much thing, she doesn't really do that in fights anyway.
I mean, but also it wouldn't be the first time that Death Battle have just used sound clips when they couldn't get voice actors. Especially in a really good episode like this, Ryu versus Jin, for example.
Yeah, and I mean, sure, there is the possibility maybe they couldn't get Erin for whatever reason. Maybe she was busy, which, you know what, I would totally understand if that were the case. Like, yeah, it'd be a shame, but, you know, like, I'm sure she had her reasons.
And the only other thing I really want to address before I let Bill get into his spiel, the ending was horrible, writing-wise.
As in or the analysis.
Oh no, like when that Titan shows up and Blake just goes all happy smiles and it's like incoming, it just didn't feel right.
And I guess when you point out, it's like, I just murdered someone. Now I'm going to go fight a monster. It's like, yeah, I guess that is a bit out of character.
Exactly.
But wait, hang on. So,
especially
do you guys
the writing of this episode?
Hang on.
Feeling like this. Go ahead.
Do you guys have a problem with that? But are you okay with at the end of Sora versus Pit, Goofy just going, "Attaboy, Sora," after Sora murders a guy?
Well, in a way, though, there was that awkward bit of silence, and Sora and Daffy were looking a bit like, "Whoops."
Daffy.
Donald. I always mix those ducks up. To be fair, I'm not a huge Donald Duck fan, so I don't really care if I get his name wrong. I'm more of a Scrooge.
You might have made a lot of people angry.
I'm more of
Oh my lord, Bill.
I'm more of a Scrooge guy. Hey, if it helps, I'm not that much of a Daffy Duck fan either. I'm Bugs Bunny all the way. But the point is that, they were staring awkwardly at that kill, whilst Goofy was the only one who was smiling. That's all I tried to say.
Also, for Blake's side of things, just like, you never know, she could have had an earpiece and maybe just like, I don't know, maybe the rest of Team RWBY were nearby and she was just like, alright, got monsters inbound. Like, I don't know.
What?
Well,
I don't know. I was trying to justify it weirdly.
Well, here's the thing, though. That like the reason it feels that way, especially, is because with the way this episode was written, it felt so written for Mikasa specifically. Like this episode was like the animation was centered around Mikasa trying to do stuff, and then you got Blake being kind of like an antagonist, which is kind of cool. But that ending kind of kills it.
I mean, when you think about it, Blake murdered someone after they tried to save them.
Yeah.
No, here's something funny I noticed. The fight starts because Mikasa was telling Blake, hey, leave. After their first initial scuffle, that's all Blake is trying to do. But Mikasa's just constantly going after her, trying to murder her.
You got a good point there. So I guess the moral of the story is both girls are bitches.
How dare you? Plus, it's Death Battle. Some characters do some stuff where it's just like, okay, they wouldn't do this in the source material, but it's whatever sort of fight could happen. Like, for example, when Obi-Wan versus Kakashi happened, when Kakashi says, hey, I've got some questions for you, just come with me. I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan was just going like, oh, okay. Like,
I was thinking more so Aang versus Edward, honestly, with that statement.
Oh, that too. Also, what was the reason for Jack versus Afro? Hey, your sword smells of blood. So does yours. Fight to the death!
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, sometimes the episodes have, good writing. Like, Lex versus Doom had pretty good writing for story-wise. This one definitely felt like it was centered around Mikasa, and that ending just kind of hurts at the end of the day.
It's a lot more easier to write a story for Death Battle when it's two villains fighting each other, to be honest.
That's true.
Or even a hero versus a villain, because it's like, you're bad, I'm good, I'll stop you. Or when it's a villain, I'm the better villain. No, I am. So, whereas two heroes, you have to kind of either make it a misunderstanding, or one of the characters has to be the asshole.
Yeah, and with two good guys like Blake and Mikasa, you could do something a bit more convoluted to try and justify it more. Yeah, good gals. Best gals. But, they've addressed the longer the setup goes, the less of the fight we might end up seeing.
Do you know, in some way, that actually makes sense, because when I used to watch a lot, or I guess read a lot of fanfic death battles, I feel like most of the time they just put too much emphasis on the story and how to start it up, and I'm just there like, just get to the bloody fight.
Well, I think at the end of the day, for me, it felt like if this writing wasn't so centered around Mikasa, this animation, the ending would have been better, but it's just how I interpret it. Am I wrong for saying it? Probably. But I appreciate Mate for accepting criticism and telling me why the things were done a certain way, which I appreciate because this was his dream fight.
I wouldn't be surprised if behind you there's just a Blake plushie waiting to stab you.
I mean, okay, to be fair, the Blake plushie I live with, she's in the DC universe right now.
Ah.
She told me she plans on stealing the Omega effect from Darkseid.
Oh, God. Your only mate's plush toy is planning world domination.
All I'll say is I got Renji in my background, so
Wait.
I'll be good for a bit.
Wait, planning world domination? What?
Do you have anything else to say about the song? 'Cause I have to admit, I actually didn't expect you to say this much. I think my point's going to be the shortest.
No, it's understandable. Yeah, I can pass it on to you, Bill, and you probably have something that I didn't bring up anyway.
Well, I mean, in fairness, you kind of brought up one of the things I was going to criticize, which was the ending. But wait, you're done now? I'm not just shoehorning in?
Yeah, you can chime in if you want. If I have something to say, I'll say it. No big deal.
Okay. So you'll do what your only mate's pretty much been doing for your entire opinion.
Fair is fair.
Like I said, this is going to be a Your Only Mate episode, I'm just saying.
I'm letting you guys have your turn while also chiming in when necessary.
Okay, yeah, so he kind of brought up to be fair though, this is my only criticism. I consider it a nitpick. Yeah, Blake just murdering Mikasa and just being like, incoming! Like, I wasn't expecting her to have a mental breakdown or something like that, like when she killed Adam.
Yeah, plus keep in mind with Death Battle they turn off morals.
Yeah, Blake, she unleashed her inner Sabretooth. Oh goodness, imagine a prehistoric faunus. That'd be sick. Off topic. So I actually consider this to be the best episode of this season. And what I really like is that each episode has been better since the last one.
Can I just say that really surprises me, considering like a lot of times when I've brought this matchup up, you didn't really seem into it.
It's not that I wasn't into it. I just couldn't give a shit because I don't watch Attack on Titan. I should probably address that. I'm not a big Blake fan, nor do I care for Attack on Titan. Yet this is probably my favorite episode this season. But yeah, like I think I've already said the story on the podcast. I walked into a store, I said I wasn't really into Attack on Titan, everyone looked at me. I'm pretty sure I said that on the podcast, right?
Yep, you did.
Yes.
Yeah, so... Now here's the thing, I don't hate Blake, nor do I hate Mikasa. But in a way, if we did discuss this episode before, Proboscis stole Your Only Mate from us...
Hey, I was willing to do this as well.
Well, here's the thing that would have been awkward about it. I had nothing to say about the episode. So I would have just been like, it's an episode that's coming out. Sean, you're next.
To be fair, you also said you didn't have much to say on Heihachi versus Geese.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, I like the episode.
Speaking of, I forgot to bring this up. We're all tied still, by the way, in case you folks are wondering.
Yes. My good. It might change this time. It really depends on who you guys choose, in all honesty.
I just know who I'm rooting for the next one.
Well, regardless of who you
I don't know who I'm betting on yet.
Okay. Alright, let me be quick about it so Your Only Mate can have his time, because we're at the 20-minute mark now. Alright, so... animation-wise, it took me... The first viewing, I didn't like the slow frame rate, but similar to when I watched Spider-Verse for the first time, eventually I started to like it.
Yeah,
I think it really...
on the commentary, they actually said they aimed for like a Spider-Verse style, because... I mean, it's two characters that are essentially Spider-Man, but with swords.
And one is a pussycat. I guess that's not too far away.
I'm now getting flashbacks of Mikasa versus Spider-Man. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a DB. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't hate that episode. I just didn't really care for it either. It was just like, oh, okay.
I feel bad for the animator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they kind of quit animation after that.
Ugh.
Like, with all the hate they were getting, just...
Oh, no. Anyway, so, oh wait, no, that sounds bad. I sound like I'm doing that meme. No, that is actually really tragic, and I do hope that animator's doing well at the moment.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, sorry if I sound like a complete douchebag. I didn't want to sound like I was doing the Richard Clarkson meme. I just tried to get back to the subject.
Wait, Richard Clarkson? It's Jeremy Clarkson.
Is it? Wait, was it Jeremy Clarkson that said that meme?
Yes.
Oh. I've never actually seen where that meme's actually gone. Wait, so was this on Top Gear?
I don't know. I just know it was Jeremy Clarkson.
Huh. Oh, I completely mixed up. I mean,
Okay, that's another one for the dumb counter, I guess.
wait, what?
Yippee!
Wait, what? Just because I didn't know it was that Clarkson? My goodness, man, you guys are just desperate to add something to the dumb counter. I would sneeze and you'll add something to the dumb counter.
To be fair, May suggested this one. I was only going to give you one for Daffy and Donald confusion.
But that's not a dumb counter, man. Man, you guys suck at the dumb counter. You guys are fired from the dumb counter. I do it better.
I just want to point out, Billy, me and you were debating like Richard or Jeremy Clarkson. Sean's probably over there just like, who are these people?
Well, yeah.
I've heard of Top Gear because of my brother Leo. He's getting into cars now.
Don't mention that the Spectral Star.
Remember when the dumb counter was actually used for genuine dumb moments? Pepperidge Farm remembers. So, yeah, in terms of what I think of the death, probably my favourite death out of the entire season, like Geese's death burning in lava and even showing like his weirdly deformed skull disintegrating. Brutal. But I don't know, man, just the idea of getting impaled and then suddenly feeling the explosion rupture from inside of you. Ouch. Like,
I mean, it's
I-
a good death, but not as good to me as either Geese's or Lex's, honestly.
In fact, do you know what? I actually thought that the light coming from her eyes and mouth wasn't from the explosion. I thought she was tapping into like her heritage. But
No, that's not a thing that happens.
But then, yeah, that's how familiar I am with the series. But no, the moment she exploded, I was like, oh, never mind, no, she dead. And you see the little scarf that descends from the explosion. I know about the scarf. So
I saw the remnant of the scarf on my second watch, and I'm just like, I'm sad now.
Oh man, I feel like a douchebag because I laughed at that when I saw that for the first time. I actually was cracking up laughing and I felt bad.
And I just want to throw this out there. I freaking love Blake, but I took no pleasure in watching Mikasa die because I love her too.
That's the downside of this at the end of the day. You have to watch one of them die.
Yeah, but at least it was to one or the other, and not someone I either don't know or don't like.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of the awkward thing. I think it was like trying to think there was a death battle I watched where one character I was rooting for died to a really bad character. I don't think there is. I guess Mickey Mouse versus Yoda, but at the same time, I'm not too sad that Yoda died because Force Ghost. You know, it's death means a little to a Jedi.
It means even less to a Dragon Ball character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I actually just of course the analysis was pretty funny. I love the fact they referred to those grapple things as the farts.
And then Wiz dies by sheer stupidity. Oh wait, it's a clone, which he has multiple of.
And he doesn't even know whether he's the original one, so at this point...
That existence is horrifying.
I don't know, it's kind of humorous for me. And the fact he has other wizards that just come in just to carry the body. I mean, to be fair, if your partner's going to be Boomstick, I guess you've got to be prepared to die to stupidity at some point.
You just gotta keep wondering though, where is the real Wiz?
What if it's Ben?
Have we ever seen the real Wiz?
Maybe Ben Singer is the original Wiz.
Oh.
That'd be a twist. Maybe the...
Plot twist! Boomstick's dad is the original Wiz.
Oh, God. What have you done, mate? You've spawned the fanfics.
Oh.
It's just a theory. A mate theory.
Really?
We've called you the game theory of the podcast before. About time you earned that title.
Sure.
So at this point, everyone's Boomstick's dad.
But besides
so,
the analysis, is there anything else you want to bring up?
no, honestly, that's pretty much it. The animation was good, the death was good, analysis was funny. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. So really, I should have gone first. God damn it, Sean! Why didn't you let me go first?
I said you could,
Nah, I don't think so.
and you didn't want to. You said that before we recorded.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think like you're lying. So I guess it's only now we give this section to the podcast to your only mate.
Oh boy.
I have a snack for this.
Dude, where the hell do I even start?
Well, I'm gonna boot up my DS. So
Dude, I love the analysis for both of them. Just finally hearing these two just talk about these characters, was great. And also, I just gotta throw out there, here's a question. How does Death Battle break the RWBY fandom? With 4 simple words.
I don't know.
No, those words are likes, reading, tuna, and yang. Okay, just for the hell of it, I went onto Tumblr, typed in RWBY filtered recent, just to see if anyone was talking about the death battle. That's all anyone was talking about from it.
Wow.
I was just laughing oh my god, just never change.
Also, to be fair, it got Mikasa trending the other day.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was asleep when it was trending, so it was kind of annoying.
Oh.
But no, I have a job, okay?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
No, it's understandable.
I don't think my managers will be okay with just I couldn't come to work because I stayed up all night freaking out about these 2 fictional girls I love fighting to the death.
That's a good point.
That's what you have the American for. I do the dumb stuff.
Sorry, I'm just picturing saying that to a manager over the phone. They're just could you repeat that?
Insert Markiplier image. You want to run that by me again?
Yeah. No, the analysis just reminded me just how much I really love these characters, and I noticed a little something with the black boxes, and it's in a way they kind of downplayed Blake. Because, they mentioned the 4 tons of TNT for durability, but there was a black box when they brought it up, just, oh yeah, this was back in Volume 1, and they've gotten way tougher since then. But they never mention anything.
Do you think they were trying to make Mikasa sound somewhat as interesting or even had a chance?
I think so, because they do that a bunch with episodes.
Yeah, because to be fair, I think they would get a lot of flack if they say, oh yeah, this character was screwed.
Yeah, oh god, if they went into it they would now, man, I would feel so much worse for Quicksilver. It's oh, Quicksilver can outrun radio waves. Hey, Barry Allen, what have you done? I outran death.
Oh god. I think that's...
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, the fart jokes, I mean, hit or miss, but I'll be honest, I like fart jokes, okay?
It's a hit or miss with me.
When they're done right. If you just put a fart sound effect over some dude making a face that looks like they're passing gas or they really need to take a shit, that's funny. The one in Mikasa's analysis, okay, it's funny because Wiz dies by sheer stupidity. But the one at the end kind of brings the analysis down. Just a little bit, because it goes from Boomstick talking, really sweetly about Mikasa, and then and she has fart powers.
Okay, now hold on a minute. That was the one time I probably laughed at a fart joke. It's Boomstick, man. He's the smart, well, not the smart ass, but he's the light-hearted. Oh, we lost Sean.
Sean had enough of this.
I got DC'd, 1 sec.
I fixed it.
But yeah, right. I think it's fitting for a boomstick joke.
Yeah, that's fair. Plus, it wouldn't be the first time he killed the mood at the end of an analysis. Like, something profound comes up, and then he just says something to bring the mood down. Like, right at the very end.
What a shock.
Oh, that happened in Ratchet and Clank vs. Jack and Daxter.
It did.
Oh, I got a message from Max about that. Yay. Sorry, connecting up dream turned favorite episodes. Yeah, and there's one other thing I was really curious if they would do this, and it's if they would bring up anything that happens in the final arc of the manga. Because Attack on Titan only ended like a couple weeks ago. And they start off Mikasa's analysis with a black box. Just heads up, this is going to contain spoilers. They didn't say any, but all I'll say is they listed one in the sidebar. And after seeing that, I was just thinking, oh, that is a ballsy move. Like, it's a big moment, and I'm happy it was included, just because I read the manga and keep up with it. But I'm just thinking, oh, for anime-only watchers, oh, they're gonna be so pissed.
Oh, dear.
I think, to be fair, if they didn't include anything from the manga, they would have gotten questioned about it, so it's just like, they had to play it
also,
safe.
like, I mean, a lot of people would probably just listen to the analysis. They wouldn't read every little thing.
Who has time to read?
And
When
and to be fair, they did.
people?
And to be fair, they did include a spoiler warning. So, yeah, that was in there at least. Also, I really wish that Boomstick said, "Now that's a katana," while talking about Gamble Shroud.
The classic Ruby Chibi jokes.
Yeah. Which, yeah,
Unlike
I was
the
surprised
show,
footage
they'll
from
never
that was
die.
used. But, oh my god, the fight, like... I've pictured this fight in my head so many times.
Add another to the orgasm counter.
I just, holy crap, they knocked this out of the park. Like, I could honestly say I got everything I wanted, and I really never actually thought about just how pissed off Mikasa would get when just fighting Blake, because imagine you slice through somebody, and you just think, oh, I've just killed them. Psych! So many times!
Yeah, because that's not annoying at all.
Like Blake's power is so annoying to go up against.
Oh god. I didn't even think about that until now. She'd be like the worst person to like fight against in any sort of Street Fighter game.
Yeah.
I mean, she was in Blaze Blue.
Yeah, oh yeah, they used footage from that. Her ending analysis was using her astral finish on Ragnar.
Yeah, I always tend to forget that game was a thing.
I should go back and play it.
Is it good?
Because I really enjoyed playing as Blake and how her astral finish is her Thanosing people. Like, after what you see in the episode, they just turn to dust and, like, disappear.
Oof.
Like, and if there's anything I gotta give huge credit to for the animation, it's the cinematography and camera work in that, like, chase scene through the street. Like, that is so Attack on Titan, it's incredible. And I freaking love it.
What did you think of
Sorry,
the music?
Okay, so you guys know me. I'm the guy who commissioned Titanic Shadows from Brandon Yates.
Yes.
And
Did you also pay like $200 for it?
$200, which translated to way less than pounds.
How much so?
I think it was like 145.
Somehow I don't believe you.
Like, I think, okay? But, okay. A lot of people were questioning if that was going to be the track for this episode, and some people were even disappointed that it wasn't. I'll always love Titanic Shadows. But I think, honestly, Thunder Shroud is the better song.
Can I just say Titanic Shadows just sounds like a weird Attack on Titan and RWBY porn?
What?
I don't know, that just sounds like the title to a porno.
You're disgusting, you know that? And that's coming from me.
Well, I mean, I am the type of guy
The guy who openly lusts over Blake's butt.
At another orgasm counter. And also, you are aware I am the same guy who said in Resident Evil 3 Remake, I thought Nemesis was going to impregnate me, though if he took me out to dinner first, I probably wouldn't mind. I have no dignity, you should know this.
Fair.
I have a fucking dumb counter that makes fun of my stupidity and makes me feel insecure, man. Dignity means nothing to me.
Yeah, own it.
So anyway, you were saying?
But, yeah, like Sean was saying, when I first heard the vocals, I was constantly questioning, oh my god, did they get Casey? That just shows how great the vocalist did, and huge shout out to both of them for following me on Twitter.
Aww.
By the way, for those of you who are curious, it was Lady Jinko and Tings, I believe is how you pronounce both their names.
Like, dude, they have the chanting in the background, just like the opening theme for Attack on Titan Season 4. And there's a little musical cue in there I heard, and I'm just like, wait, where have I heard that before? There's a musical cue from when Blake is fighting Adam. They put it in there.
Yeah, this is the sort of thing you would notice.
Like, dude, the more and more like I go back and rewatch like either the episode or re-listen to the song, I'm just noticing new stuff. Or just realizing just how much better stuff is. Like, for example, just how great both characters were in the fight. And I'll start off with Mikasa, because she takes a lot that I honestly think should have either hurt her way more or just flat out killed her.
I mean, didn't she say she took a thunder spear to the back?
No, that was the shrapnel. She didn't take the full force of a thunder spear.
Yeah, but wasn't she still in...
She didn't get impaled, Billy.
No, I'm saying she was in near the blast.
I mean, yeah, but, like, you know, the explosion gets weaker the further you are away from it. So, she didn't take the full force of it.
Still, I don't think her
and even,
slash
and by her own...
would be enough to kill her instantly.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about the sword slash. I was talking about Blake slamming her through a house.
Again, I don't even think Blake could do that.
Like, she just shrugs that off, just like, okay, that happened. And then there's that moment where she's boxing Blake into the air, just punching her in the face, and dude, she beats Blake down a couple times.
I think, to be fair,
and then
the whole Mikasa
fire
thing, it's to do with that whole that G-force probably is why Mikasa probably shrugged it off.
Fair. And God, they just made Mikasa look like such a badass the whole time. Just how much of a just vicious beating she was giving Blake, pulling off Levi's Beyblade move. That was a nice touch, and
that was pretty sick.
Yeah, and no, she can do that. She tried implementing it in her fighting style after she saw him do it once, and considering they're both Archimans, it makes sense for her to do it in the fight. Plus, nice little nod. And well, yeah, at first I was always thinking for her death, I could have gone without seeing the fires come out of her eyes and mouth before exploding, because god damn, that was horrifying. Though, I'll take it 1,000 times over what a popular fan suggestion for her death was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that suggestion was for Blake to injure her to the point where, Mikasa can't fight anymore, and just leave.
That would actually
And after-
be pretty dang cool.
I see where this is going.
Yeah, and because Blake is now gone, nothing is stopping Titans and/or Grimm from attacking Mikasa, ripping her apart, and eating her alive as she screams in agony. No, people wanted that.
Kinky.
I saw that and I'm just like, no, nada, not Mikasa, no.
I thought you were about to go French there for a moment.
I was thinking along the lines of like a decapitation, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, honestly.
Decapitation's overrated. Plus, it's never been proven that they fully kill people.
It's something I could say, but I probably shouldn't.
I swear, Sean,
Spoilers.
if you enter that dumb counter, then just for that joke, you're fired.
I mean, there are some that say like your head is still alive for a little bit after you get beheaded.
Yeah, I learned that like in Deadliest Warrior a long time ago. Bill, relax.
Nah, I know how much you want to add to that dumb counter, especially I'm giving you this one chance to fully have full advantage of it.
Yeah, and can I just say shout out to me and Max for accidentally calling something in this fight.
Oh yeah?
Oh, great.
So-
what did you guys call out?
Unfortunately, it wasn't in any of our discussions. God damn, I really wish it was. But sometimes before we record like a RWBY discussion or even Death Battle discussion, we just, talk about random stuff. So we're talking about this matchup because it's one that we both wanted. And we were just like spitballing ideas for like how the fight could end. And I was just saying, you know what? I want Mikasa to do something like big before she dies. Like, and I just threw this out there as just why not? Like, have her cut one of Blake's arms off. Like, something that would make people just like go, "Oh, holy shit!" Just thinking like Blake's in trouble, or that she's about to lose because that happened. And then Max responded with two things. One of them being, considering how much I know you love Blake, that says a lot. And then he decided to add to that by saying, purely so that it's the opposite to Yang, it should be her left arm. What happened in this fight again?
Oh dang. Yeah.
She lost.
It was the exact arm.
Yeah, you did kind of call it. No, you didn't kind of, you did.
By accident.
Once again, mate predicts the future.
No, that was me and Max.
Max helped too, I guess.
Like, Jesus Christ. How many times is this going to keep happening?
A lot.
If you could actually predict the future, by now you would have at least voted for the... Actually, no, I guess... I was going to say, like, you probably would vote so that you would always be ahead of me and Sean in the voting polls, but then it's like, oh, wait, we've all been drawn, so... No,
if I could see the future, I'd be playing the lottery.
That too.
Wise choice.
But yeah, in terms of like how Blake looked in this fight, and I really want to talk about like that smirk more than anything at the end. And I'll lead into that just by saying she takes so much of a beating from Mikasa. That Thunder Spear goes off in her face. Her arm gets cut off, exactly just paralleling how Adam cut Yang's arm off. Like, that was a nice little reference as well. Like, just the palette swap and the silhouette. And then the fact that, like, did you notice Blake basically had to resort to blowing herself up to kill Mikasa? Like, she was not out of that blast radius. That knocked her back and still injured her. And I think that says a lot when you have to do something like that to defeat your opponent. So, all that with one arm left, a Titan comes up at her, and that smirk just screams, "Yeah, bring it, bitch!" Like, they made Blake look like such a badass, and I love it. Also, kind of subtly just saying, yeah, she's tougher than Yang.
I really doubt that. Yang's the muscle of her team, not Blake. She's the Batman, alright?
Hey, I'm just taking what I can get. Just, Yang gets her arm cut off in something, just down and out. Blake gets back up, kills that person while blowing herself up, and is willing to fight a giant monster afterwards.
You went into a bit of an American accent there. Fights a giant
Sorry.
monster at the end. That goddamn cat girl, she's got balls of steel right there.
That's a southern accent, thank you very much.
And what's the difference?
Because there's southern hillbilly and southern redneck. You're sounding like a redneck.
That's the joke, Sean. Well done, you acknowledged my joke. Have a cookie.
Yay!
You always get a cookie.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, yeah, the result was pretty clear cut, but
Just like her arm.
that didn't. I see what you did there.
It was you handed
Okay.
it to me.
Okay,
There's the first pun counter of the day.
I really want to see a fan comic now, just like of the rest of Team RWBY waiting for Blake to get back to, find out if she won the death battle or not, and just to see that she lost an arm. I really want to see a fan comic of that. Someone get on that.
Yeah, I won't lie, I'd want to see that too.
It'd be weird seeing only 3 members of Team RWBY though in that comic.
Okay, no, for the hell of it, just have Weiss with bandages around her head.
Like, I remember me and mate talked years ago of doing like aftermath death battles where we follow the characters after they've won their death battle, similar to like how it should have ended with the superheroes going to the cafe. We never got around to that, did we, mate?
No, and I might have been talking to Max about something similar, but I
Who knows
shouldn't
what
go into that too much.
Who knows what lies ahead?
And just like, go outside of like how freaking amazing the fight was, the choreography, the freaking camera work in that scene, how good the death was, and just how awesome they made both characters look. The soundtrack, like, honestly, just in terms of just how much I wanted this episode and how good it turned out, this would already be my all-time favorite episode ever. But then there's like the community. When this got announced, I got so many people just like saying, "Hey, I'm really happy for you, buddy. Like, congratulations on getting the fight you always wanted," and even including me in fan art. Like, what? That's insane.
Like I'm saying,
You gotta send me that so we can show it.
like
No, there's 2. I'll send you both.
Like I was joking about at the start of this, like you have single-handedly become like probably the most popular person of the death battle community as of today.
Okay, that might be pushing it.
Oh, well, at least the community we're part of. Well, you guys probably.
Okay,
part of,
I'll
not
take
me.
that. Like our circles.
Yeah, well, more like your guys' circles. I'm just the person that just appears now and again.
And just for the past 2 weeks, I've been overwhelmed by all the support, and when it finally came out, I just had to express just how much just how much this matchup and just everything leading up to it is meant to me. And just seeing all the comments of people saying they like started tearing up when they saw me do it in the video, and okay.
Funny.
Okay, I'm sorry that video was so goddamn long, but at least I made a joke about it at the beginning.
Yes.
And it means so much to me that so many people actually seem to watch the entire thing.
I even watched it as well.
Like, I'm actually trying to hold back tears while talking about it. God damn it!
Do we add that to the orgasm counter? Or...
Nah.
Dude, really?
It's just that it's just so much support that is coming his way is astounding, and that is like one of the brightest spots so far.
Alright, we'll add another
year.
Your only mate happy counter, which is probably broken.
I like that one.
Which is probably broken.
It's introduced, immediately breaks.
Just sparks up and everything.
And like we shouted out the vocalists. One of them tweeted to me just saying, "Hey, I watched your reaction. It's one of the most wholesome things I've seen in a while. And thank you for bringing so much love to the community." And like, I couldn't get over that.
No, that is generally.
Oh my god!
In a moment,
I'll power through it. There's just so much about this episode that it's just like it's
Dude,
so much more than just my favorite episode. To me, it's just a symbol of just like it just shows that people actually like me.
Oh, we liked you before this episode.
yeah.
Did
I know, but it's just like
playing Resident Evil 5 mean nothing?
You know what I'm trying to get at.
I know.
And I actually didn't think this could get any more insane, but then I watched the commentary. When they were talking about the fight and they get to that alleyway chase, Billy, the voice of Ringmaster, shouts out, "Oh, that's the cake moment." Because, like, okay, I have to talk about this as well. Like, whenever an episode comes out, Luis, the animation director, always posts, "Hey, get this trending," and I'll share, like, either the first frame or just a frame from the next episode to get you excited. He accidentally put "You'll eat a frame" from, like, Mikasa. And he realized that afterwards and was just like, "God damn it, I mistyped." I just saw that and was just like, I'm going to take that super freaking literally for a piss take.
How was the cake, by the way?
Oh, like, okay, in all seriousness, it was just a, like, regular-ass basic cake. But
you basic bitch.
No. But the frame made it so good.
We can safely say your only mate has been the only person in real life to eat his waifu's ass.
Oh boy,
you just took that to a weird place.
And we'll add that to the orgasm counter.
And, okay, just that post, it not only got retweeted by Lewis, he quote tweeted it, Ben replied to it, and it got quote tweeted by the official Death Battle Twitter. And, dude, after the episode came out, Ringmaster's voice actor, he tweeted the link to the episode saying, "It's no longer a preview or a cake."
Oh, you single-handedly created a death battle meme.
No, and, like, hooray! Well, two, actually. No, it gets even better. In the commentary, like, after Billy says, like, that's the cake moment, Ben says, and I quote, the "your only mate cake moment." Like,
oh, that's cool.
I got mentioned in the commentary! By name!
hooray!
And it was for this matchup!
So, Sean, you're the only one out of us three that needs to be mentioned.
I was on the Q&A for Death Battle.
Hooray!
I
We're
posted the question.
important!
I was in that video. Goddammit! Yay!
So I got a bit of hair in my mouth.
Was that from the cake?
You're good.
Oh, and I also need to, like, just address, like, Max brought this up, like, go to so many comment sections for Blade vs. Mikasa videos. You'll see people talking about me. Or even just in the videos themselves, like, prediction videos or some reaction videos. Like, not all of them mentioned me by name, but like one of them was just mentioning, oh, the guy who commissioned Titanic Shadows. I know who he is. He's popping off right now, probably.
Popping off. That's a new one.
You not heard that?
No.
It's a common phrase.
Yeah.
I've not heard it.
Dude, it was on Death Battle Cast at one point. They took the piss out of how Ben sounded when he said it.
Yes, and do I look like
I
a
thought
person
you
that
watched
pays
it.
attention to that sort of things?
You just bragged about how you were mentioned on Death Battle Cast. I assume you watch it.
Doesn't mean I remember every single thing they bloody say. I'm not. Listen, most of my brain is Bill's killing monsters in video games, and then the rest of it, and then a small percentage of my brain's important stuff. But my attention span is very small.
But final thoughts, like, after all these years of requesting this matchup and just fantasizing how the fight could go, I couldn't have asked for it to turn out any better than it did. And it just feels incredible. Like, I've mentioned before, this is absolutely my new favorite episode, and it's gonna take some doing to top it, if ever. So when we do that list, I think you already know what my number one is going to be.
I have somewhat of an idea.
Yeah. You're clearly going to put Ryuko versus Shadow at number one.
Yeah.
Because of your Twitter poll.
I'm tempted to do that every 4 episodes, honestly.
Fair.
Since we're getting up to the hour mark, is there anything else you want to add for it?
You know, I think I should hold off because I know you really want to talk about that next time.
I mean, if there's more to say and we have to delay Poe versus Iron Fist, we can.
I think I've said enough, honestly.
All right, save the rest for when you get stolen from us again and go on Broadcast.
Raider!
We'll see.
Do you want Sean?
Just don't have a long debate about speed.
Oh god, yeah, I watched that and I was just like, that escalated quickly.
Yeah. It did.
Hey, it was proven right.
That you were.
That's your bragging right. Sean, if at some point, I hope you edit in, like, when Mate says he's going to be on the Robustcast at some point, just always put in that Stormtrooper that screams traitor from Force Awakens.
Oh, for God's sake.
Noted.
Wait, hold on. What about if I do a discussion with Max?
I'm fine with you talking to Max.
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, okay, we're fine with you going on Robustcast as well. It's just at the time when he said this, it was like...
An inside joke.
And it was not only that, it was like a moment when it was like, oh, he's going on a different podcast. Oh, okay. Don't know what I'm meant to record today because I'm
pretty sure I even said I'm cool with recording with you guys another day if you want.
Yeah, but it'd be like just repeating
And
what you
Bill
said.
didn't want to do anything.
Well, yeah, we should also mention that Bill was having some problems.
Actually, I got that fixed after.
You had internet
versus,
issues.
I got that fixed after Geese Howard versus Hayachi.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Heihachi Mishima.
Well, I say I fixed it. That's important. That's not important. So anyway, you said your piece of cake.
Yeah, I think so. And I don't know where I was going with that, but let's just move on to the next time.
Even I'm like,
Let's get our nachos and get ready to kung fu fight. We got a Jack Black character, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoop whoop.